Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and today we are back with more notable names in Hispanic American and Latin American history. Today we are looking at Sarah Elizabeth Stewart. If I can use my mouse. She is a Mexican American researcher who pioneered the field of viral oncology research. So, a virologist that really kind of helped set foundations for that field. Anyway, she was born August 16th, 1905 in Tecalitlan, Jalisco, Mexico. It might be Jalisco, but I think it's Jalisco. Or Jalisco, kind of like a Juan. But anyway, she did her undergraduate work at New Mexico State University, graduating with a Bachelor's of Science in 1927 and went on to earn a master's degree from the University of Massachusetts Amherst in 1930. 1935, she began work at the National Institutes of Health, NIH, back when we actually cared about things like that, completing a PhD in microbiology from the University of Chicago in 1939. In 1944, she sought to study the link between animal tumors and viruses. Unconvinced, the National Institute of Health executives rejected her proposal. She subsequently resigned from the NIH and came to Georgetown University as a faculty member teaching microbiology at the School of Medicine. She was encouraged to complete her medical doctorate, I believe, MD. And in 1949, she became the first woman to be awarded a doctorate of medicine from Georgetown University School of Medicine. In 1951, having completed an internship, she returned to the NIH to work with her colleague, Dr. Bernice Eddy, and they both developed an interest in researching viral links to cancer based on the pioneering research of Jonas Salk, creator of the polio vaccine. And in 1953, the two were among the first to discover the cancer-causing paliomavirus, I'm not sure. Though it wasn't until 1958 that they were successful in growing the virus, which now bears their names, the SE paliomavirus. They were the first to successfully demonstrate through Koch's postulates that cancer-causing viruses could be spread from animal to animal. As a result of their work, they were nominated twice for the Nobel Prize. In 1965, President Lyndon B. Johnson presented Stewart with the Federal Women's Award for her contributions to the field of cancer research. In 1971, she returned to Georgetown as a full professor to teach the department of to teach in the Department of Pathology. Shortly thereafter, she retired to New Smyrna Beach, Florida, where on November the 27th, 1976, she passed away of the disease she fought so hard to study. So apparently she died of cancer. But yeah, Sarah Elizabeth Stewart. Let's look at her Wikipedia entry here. Buried in Rock Creek Cemetery in Washington, D.C. I think it's Polyoma, not just Paloma. But anyway. Her mother was Native Mexican and her father was an American mining engineer. Due to the Mexican Revolution, just after the start of the 1900s, she and her family were asked to leave the country in 1911, forcing them to migrate to the U.S. Yeah, Revolutionary War in Mexico, 1910, I think. So yeah, early on. Stewart would continue to speak fluently throughout her lifetime. Her and her family lived in Cottage Grove, Oregon, where they completed her lower education. So, as a young girl, 1927, talking about her going to New Mexico State, Massachusetts Amherst, and University of Chicago. And then Georgetown University School of Medicine, she would get a medical doctorate degree. So she's got a PhD and an MD. So she was clearly an intelligent woman. And would be the first woman to be awarded an MD degree from Georgetown University School of Medicine. So yeah, she's a highly intelligent one. She also took part in developing a vaccine for gangrene, which helped many soldiers during the Second World War. Oncology, I think it's dealing with the like intestinal cancer and stuff like that. So she would prove there's a connection between cancers and viruses. They turn with cancer. The viruses turn the cells against the user's own body. So she was the bacteriology instructor. And when Georgetown University School of Medicine finally allowed females to enroll, she became the first female graduate at the age of 39. She worked at the Marine Hospital in Baltimore, where she finally was able to work in the field of cancer. She approached Bernice Eddy for assistance growing the agent because the parotid tumors causing the parotid tumors in mice. Eddy agreed, and the two women rapidly worked out the characteristics of the agent that was not referred to as a virus in their publications until 1959. So yeah, researching the different types of tumors in the animals over time, different animals, they were able to find all kinds of cases and make the connections to a virus that caused the illness in people, and also confirmed that that virus can move from person or from animal to animal. So yeah, she used Koch's postulate, four criteria designed to establish a causal relationship between a microbe and a disease. Okay. Other research helped to identify other viruses in our lifetime, such as herpes, Burkitt's, and what are known as C-type viruses, which are not as strong as A and B and typically affect people more mildly than others. However, they have occasionally been linked to the development of leukemia. So yeah. Today, a collection of her papers is held at the National Library of Medicine in Bethesda, Maryland, and are viewed by researchers, students, professors, health professionals, and even the public to continue to learn more about her research and work. Twice nominated for the Nobel Prize, won the Lange Award of the Accademia Nazionale delle Lingue in Rome. And she was awarded the Federal Women's Award by LBJ, which recognizes women who are doing great works in the federal service and to express gratitude for their service. The daughters of Penelope Salute, I'm assuming, I don't think it would just be Salute, Two Women Award in 1972, which honors women who promote Hellenism, education, philanthropy, civic responsibility, and family and individual excellence. She received the John Carroll Award in 1975. Georgetown alumni who exemplify what Georgetown set their ideas and traditions to be. So yeah. She has a scholarship named after her for the Georgetown University School of Medicine. So that's pretty cool. Handful of her published, 3 of her published studies. 2 on her own and the one she did with Bernice Eddy. 55, 53, then 59. But yeah. Look at Sarah Stewart. One of the great minds when it comes to medical research, and her particularity, cancer research. But yeah, someone it's good to know was out there. But we'll go ahead and end this episode there. As always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll be putting my links and sources in the description box below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.